Hello, my name is Derek Connor, an attorney with the law firm of Connor Connor here in Henderson, Nevada, and today we're going to talk about LLCs and corporations. What's the difference and how can they benefit you? So an LLC is a limited liability company. Here in Nevada, they're governed by Chapter 86 of the Nevada Revised Statutes. They're probably one of the most common forms of business entities that people use for their small business. Limited liability companies allow for a flexible business structure. They're formed by filing articles of organization with the Nevada Secretary of State. Limited liability company, you know, the benefits right there in the name. It limits the liability of the owners, who are called members of a limited liability company, from the liabilities of the company. Limited liability companies are pretty easy to set up and maintain. Once you file your articles of organization, designate a registered agent with the Nevada Secretary of State. Generally, the members will execute an operating agreement. An operating agreement, I like to tell everybody, is kind of like the constitution for the limited liability company. It says, you know, who gets to vote, when meetings are held, you know, how money is taken out, whether or not managers will be appointed to manage the day-to-day affairs of the company, if the managers are going to draw a salary, and when distributions from the company's earnings would take place. If there is a fight among the members later on, again, you know, when you have a clear written agreement, it makes it a little easier to settle those disputes. You know, some clauses you might want to put in there for, you know, in case there is a dispute, or, you know, mandatory mediation or arbitration. If there is a dispute among the members, generally, it can be cheaper and faster to go through an alternative dispute resolution process, such as arbitration or mediation, than it would be to go, you know, straight to court. Next, we'll talk about corporations. Corporations are similar to a limited liability company. You know, it's a separate business entity. It's created upon filing of your articles of organization here in Nevada with the Nevada Secretary of State. A C corporation is you know, a little more formal than a limited liability company. There's shareholders that own the corporation as opposed to members like you would see in an LLC. Corporations offer strong protection to the shareholders, similar to a limited liability company, so you personally will be shielded from the liabilities of the corporation. Corporations are generally more formal. If your business plan is to grow your business and, you know, sell off portions of it, or even, you know, go public someday, a corporation is probably a better way to go than filing a limited liability company. So typically people think of C Corps and S Corps. S Corp is really a special tax status that you will request to be taxed as a partnership. As an S corporation, again, you will have pass-through taxation for an S Corp. C Corp, you have the risks of running double taxation, as the corporation is taxed on its profits, and then the shareholders would also be taxed personally on dividends from monies earned from the corporation. So each structure has its pros and cons. LLC, I probably would say we form the majority of our clients' small businesses end up being LLCs. Corporations are more for when you expect the company to, you know, rapidly grow, or for whatever reason you feel that you're going to need more of a formal structure and formal operations for your business. So each structure has its pros and cons. I think it depends on what's going to work best for you. If you're thinking about forming a corporation or an LLC, you're not quite sure which, I would suggest meeting with a qualified business attorney in your area and discussing which one works best for you. Thank you, and have a great day.